this is how we can make it look if we ever want to make it look like because do you see yourself on the other side?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, yeah. So that's cool. It's like, it could be like Felicia's doing it.
It's weird.
And then
you. Yeah, and you are over there all pixely on my end. I don't know. We'll see what they say.
I'm sure that you know what they're going to say. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I'm looking at on my phone and it looks pixely.
Does it? Okay.
With that, it looks perfect on my computer. But at least you could see me. And if I had like a big zit, you couldn't tell.
Exactly.
We got to figure it out. My husband help me. It looks a little better. Does it look a little better to you?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, hi guys. We're here. We were just talking about how it looks and how we got started on this live video stream today, and how much we love technology, because we just love it so much.
We love it.
We love it. Hopefully everybody's having a great Monday, and we apologize for being a little bit late, but like I said, we love technology. Restarting my computer for the second time, and here we are. So we thought we would do something fun tonight, right, Felicia?
Yes.
Fun. We've been kind of heavy the last few weeks. We're talking about like addiction and secrets, and then I was like, let's talk about death.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't understand, like, where my mind goes. I want to help, and it comes out so dark. I'm like, death is very important to talk about death. Felicia's like, maybe we can light it up for just a minute. And then we can talk about death. Okay, all right. So we thought we'd lighten it up and talk about some of our favorite things to do with essential oils, because we use them every single day. We've talked about this before, that we use them every single day, but we have a little bit of a different approach of kind of lesser known ways that we use them. That not everybody might know about, and that might help somebody who's not using them in this way. In fact, one I forgot to write down that I should mention here, but I'm going to let you go first. You start with one, and then I'll.
Well, and you guys, anybody that is on that uses essential oil, I know.
What, Brenda?
Huh? Uh-oh, did we lose her?
What Brenda said?
Oh,
No.
I saw that. I forgot. I was going to tell you.
Man, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Felicia. Why did I know
that? You look like you had a few.
Wow.
I was saying that anybody that is on, if you use, I see some oil users on here. If you use things in a kind of a different way, or some type of hack, then put them in the comments. We want to learn. We want to learn too. It's always awesome to learn from like someone that'll just start using oils, and they'll say, I do this. And I'm like, what? I never heard of that. So anyway, okay. So my first one, and some of you guys have probably heard, well, maybe not, is the baby toe hack. Okay. So the baby toe hack is when you have on like your cute shoes, like the high heels, you are like killing it, but your baby toe is like, chop me off or something. Chop me off, because this is hurting. You are like, if I could just chop that baby toe off, I would really be able to kill it. So, you know what you need to do? You guys got any guesses of what you need to do? What you need to put on it? Well, for lack of time, I'm going to tell you. Lavender. Does anybody do this? Does anybody know? It is like amazing. I mean, and I'm saying amazing. I don't know if, well, one thing that may happen with me. So I haven't done this since I've lost 50 plus pounds. So maybe it was a fluid thing too. But my baby toes, put that on there, and your feet swell a lot of times if you're when you're wearing high heels and all of that, or at least that could happen with me. So it's just now all hitting that maybe it was a fluid retention thing too. But I know people have, people got salad feet. They got corns and bunions. And
What?
so if you got salad feet and you have
Salad feet.
you ever have salad feet?
No. Salad feet.
Corns and bunions, some extra things, then you want to use lavender. And then the cool thing about it is I had she was 80 something years old at the time. She has since died, and she would use lavender on her feet. And her podiatrist was like, what are you doing to your feet? And she's like, well, I've been just using oils. And of course, she started using oils too. And so her podiatrist just noticed the difference in the way things were shifting. So I guess we want to stay compliant. But lavender, you guys, try it if you want to cut the baby toe off. It's been so long. I mean, most of us aren't wearing heels and stuff these days. But
right? If you've ever seen the movie Into the Woods with Meryl Streep, Chris Pine, it's got a million people in that movie. But anyway, they literally do. Cinderella's stepmother does cut off the toe of one of the stepsisters, and then she hacks off the heel of the other one to try to get the foot into the glass slipper. It's very dark. So
wow.
I had like this visual, but also I know you probably we don't want to go super long, but you also have a really good recipe that you gave one day, the concrete buster.
Yeah, I can find that
recipe. Oh, because I have it and I made it. I started using it on my feet. Yeah,
concrete buster is awesome.
Because my feet were looking rough.
Looking like you've been busting concrete with your heels. That's where the name comes from.
And yeah, I was like, what? Just like salad. I'm like, concrete buster. And then I was thinking about I probably could bust some concrete.
Well, they just look like it. When you see it, people have really bad heels. It's like, oh yeah, she's been busting concrete all day.
This blend, Felicia told me, and so now I'm getting you in trouble. You're gonna have to tell people. But anyway, this blend.
I have that too. I know where that is. So
okay,
I'll get it.
That and that was amazing. I've been using it. Leslie's like, your feet are soft. Leslie was like, ooh, those feet. We're getting back. Okay. Leslie, you're gonna tell you the truth. Okay, so since we're talking about feet, I'm going to say what I like about feet is the first thing in the morning, and I've mentioned this before, but I just tell you like exactly why. The very first thing in the morning, before I put my feet down on the ground, is I will sit on the side of the bed, and I have either Balance or Adaptive are the ones that I like. Sometimes I've also done Siberian Fur. So basically what I'm trying to do is I want to get some systemic absorption of the oil into my system. And we know through the feet that's going to happen, right? But also, if you put the oil on your foot, slather it all over your foot, then put a layer of a carrier oil over top to seal it in, then put a sock or whatever you're going to walk around and walk. You're activating all these points in your feet. You put your foot down, and you put your foot down purposefully. Don't tiptoe around. Don't walk on the sides of your feet. Walk all over your foot, and you activate. Now, if you're using Balance, and if you've ever seen, the before and after microscopic pictures of Balance and cells, and it's incredible. So that's my foot thing that I like to do before your feet hit the ground in the morning. Bathe them in one of those oils, and I like Siberian Fur if I'm just going like, wake up. And my feet feel so good, but you feel it intensely as you're walking around and hitting all those points.
I'm going to start doing that. I do that after I shower, And, and I figure out if I'm going to wear what socks or, I get it all figured out after I shop, but I should do it then too. Like when I first get up, why not? And then, cause I'm gonna go work out or go out to the sun, whatever.
Yeah.
So it would be, you said that before and I was like, I'll do it. And I was like, but I love it after my shower. I don't know why I didn't think I could do it twice. I love doing it.
Yes.
So I will do that. Okay. I love that.
Sure.
My second one that I have on here is for liver and kidney to give you some detox support. I am like a huge fan of everything detox, and I believe that we should be supporting those systems regularly for tons of reasons, but especially hormones. Like my brain is all about that because of being in perimenopause, being in midlife. So you want to take care of, the liver is like the powerhouse. It does everything. So you definitely want to take care of it. And liver and kidney is easy to do. And so after you've lotioned your body, if you don't lotion every day, some people don't. I learned that. Some people don't. It's okay to use lotion just on the area, like so on your on your right side for your liver, and then both of your kidneys. And so you can kind of hug yourself with Zendocrine oil. Zendocrine is amazing for that, and hit that liver too. That's something that you can do. We've talked about before, and we just finished a challenge where we learned about habit stacking. I have like lotioned every single day of my life unless I was sick. And so now I just add oils. So, I always get oils in. And so I'm being more purposeful. I'm going to tell you about another area that I do. Well, two more areas that I do it, but I'm being more purposeful in making sure I do Zendocrine. Another one I've done a lot of them, anything that'll help with detox, but Pursue blend. I wasn't a big fan of how it smelled. I thought I was. And so I started using it that way. So I would just drop 3 or 4 drops in a dollop of lotion, rub your liver, and then, like I said, hug yourself or rub, your back area. And you can do that every morning.
So when you're saying lotion, could someone just use a carrier oil too? And if they're oily,
yes. If that's what you do. I said lotion because I use a lotion or a body butter. I tend to, and then sometimes with our lotion, I'll squirt a carrier oil on top of it and the oils. Like I kind of do, I don't do it all the same, but but definitely whatever you use, like don't make this big and something that you gotta go figure out. If you already use oil, then add essential oil to it. If you, like I said, if you don't lotion, you should be, but if you don't, go ahead and just use it for the area. Because you want to do this regularly. And if you're going to be using oils on the same spots regularly, then it would be good to dilute.
Right, absolutely. That's what I just meant, like whatever moisturizer, carrier oil, whatever, shea butter, whatever you're using.
Good clarification, because someone would ask. So the point is to have it diluted, and carrier oils are always great. And I love carrier. Sometimes that is what I lotion with, but I said lotion because I think more people probably use lotion, but I don't know.
Okay, and I've done that. So I've heard you say that before, and I put Zendocrine, and I really have a very strong visceral, like I felt when you said like hug yourself, I was like, my liver is doing something. This is really strange. But
I've had people tell me that, your adrenals are right on top of there too. So I've had people say it gives them energy, and people love it. And I don't necessarily, that's just my routine now. I guess I need to get quiet and see. But I love using Zendocrine that way. And I was not a fan of the scent of it. Now I like it. And of course I blend it with stuff too. So anyway, so that's a good liver. Okay. So, and here's a hack for that. You guys that have essential oil books, and those of you who don't, you need to ask me or Jessica, any oil that is good for liver or kidney supporting that detox, you can use it. So when you see like a BOGO, buy one, get one free, or oil of the month, and you're like, wondering if you want the oil. Yeah, you want it. Mm-hmm. You want it. You want every single one of them, because you're going to be able to use it on the bottom of your feet in the morning, like she talked about, or you're going to be able to, and I got a couple more things, and she has a couple more things. You're going to be able to use it. That's how you I don't know how we got here, but that's how you budget. I got on my soapbox. I'm like passionate about that. When people are like, I'm not sure about that oil, I'm like, what you mean you're not sure? Get that oil so you can use it for something. And especially detox, and so many oils. Like if you look it up in your book, so many oils. Like it's not just Zendocrine.
Right. So that's what I'm going to say too. I'm going to it's my turn now. So I'm going to say dry brushing. I use oils. I've actually learned dry brushing from Felicia, or I started it after she was talking about it. And with a lot of things, I think we trade. We roll. We tell each other. But one of the things that I love about what she just said about like get the oils is that you use a lot of oil when you're dry brushing. So you're going to put the whole idea with dry brushing is stimulate your lymphatic system, to wake yourself up to just, oh my goodness, it feels so good. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a brush like so, and you're going to stroke up. You're going to do all these strokes. You can Google it towards your heart, and then dry brush your face with a smaller one less often, and you're not going to be as hard with it. But the thing is, I'll use like sweet almond, or I'll use a carrier oil, castor oil in my hand, but then I'm putting Slim and Sassy, I'm putting grapefruit, I'm putting cypress, fennel, yes, Zendocrine, and I'm putting 8 drops in there, and then I'm doing my legs, and then I'm putting another 8 drops, and I'm doing the upper, and I'm tall. I got a lot of surface area. So that's why you want to have plenty of oil. I'm wide. If you do your whole body, you're going to use plenty of oil. So you don't want to like let your oil sit there.
That's the thing is about feeling good. Sometimes I don't think people are using their oils enough, and so in using them throughout the day, and so I dry brushed today, and I was I go through spurts where I do it every day, and this isn't one of those spurts, but I dry brushed today, and I didn't have any oil. And I was like, well, wait a minute, because I like doing that, Yeah. I didn't have any oil in the shower with me.
Without oil is amazing. And then when you add the oil, it's like, woo! And then do a cold shower after. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that's what I did. I didn't have my oil before. I was like, oh shoot, I should have gotten it. And I just did it. And then I did my cold shower, which I've been kind of fighting with here lately.
Okay. So dry brushing, now your turn. Back to you.
My turn. Okay. This is a quick one. But don't knock it till you try it. I don't want to hear nobody complaining. This one is Deep Blue Rub on your feet for sleep and relaxation. It is so wonderful for me. And I don't know what it is. I didn't have a real personal relationship with Deep Blue because I didn't really deal with pain. And so people love it. It's amazing. It really is good for soothing things. But I found that out accidentally. And so now I am like in love with it. So give it a try. On your feet. The first time I found out that I did that, I had rubbed I had rubbed Deep Blue on my midsection just because it was a lot. We had the big bottle and it was a lot spilling over the side because my son was being reckless. And I was like, that is Deep Blue. And so I took it. I brought the bottle in the house to clean it up. And of course I wasn't going to throw the oil, throw the lotion away. So I put it on my midsection. I was about ready to work out. And I was like, that was pretty much that I could lift my shirt and put it there. That's the only reason why. And then I went in my bedroom to do something. And next thing I know, I was waking up. And this was like in the morning, I had dropped him off to school, or maybe I don't remember. But anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. Yes. And I knew that I made the connection that was it. So Deep Blue lotion
knock you out.
Huh?
It's good to know something knock you out.
I did it last night. I was like, here by myself. Jesse's out of town, and so I did it last night, and I was like, oh, that's Old Faithful right there. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it every night. I assume Deep Blue oil or lotion.
They're not the
Yeah,
same
you
thing.
know what? I had lotion. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really tried it with oil, but
With
you know,
the
by
rub-
itself. But you know, that's what's in the lotion. So give it a try. Find
Yeah,
out.
there are additional ingredients in the lotion that aren't in the oil. So it,
Yeah, and
you
who
know,
knows the synergy of that? But it definitely, I've tested. I mean, it does it every time, and I'm like, oh, and in the morning after I take a shower, I started using. My family started lotioning with Deep Blue. I think I told you that just last two
just like
summers ago. Yeah, using it like lotion, and I was like, y'all. And then so I went. That's when Jesse was in Kentucky. I went to visit, and he said, "You got to try it." And I didn't have my lotion, and I tried it. I was like, "This is amazing." But then I felt bad, and I was like, "I'm just going to use it on my midsection." So I do that every morning till this day, and that doesn't make me sleepy. So it's it's morning after my shower. That
Right.
doesn't make me sleepy. It just feels really good.
yeah.
So there's two different uses. You know what I mean? Two different effects, I guess, because it doesn't make me tired. But everything does relax, and I'm fine with that because I'm like, I'm getting ready to go work out, or no, I've already worked out. So cool.
My belly and my midsection. I like midsection. That's such a great way because people say tummy. I'm like, you do not have a tummy. You're not 3. That's not a tummy anymore. That is no longer a tummy. So midsection is good. I like it there during that time of the month. Oh man, it's amazing. Okay, so back to me. I'm going to say layering. So I know this might be old hat to some of you, but just don't forget to layer. So many times we get so used to having a roller ball, and we're like, oh, this roller ball is so convenient. And you roll it on, or you make yourself a roller ball, and you find a recipe and you put it in a roller ball. And I just always like to remind that when you let each oil interact with the skin in its turn, you get these different layers of healing. Like if it's for something, if you have discomfort, if you are, some people have this just really difficult relationship with nerve issues and that nerves misfiring. And there's a huge difference between putting a mixture on your foot and layering and taking that time in between each layer and letting that individual oil interact, then the next one in turn. So I never, like with my daughter in the morning, if she's sniffling or she's congested, first thing we do is we layer lemon, lavender, and peppermint. We do lemon, then we do lavender, and we could make our roller ball and slap it on, but nope, we layer. And it's just, there's no comparison to rolling on a blend of those 3. There's just a huge difference. So that was my layering. Do not sleep on layering. Yes, it takes more time. It's a little tedious. It's not always convenient, but when you can do it, take the time to layer.
I think what I like about it is that it's another option, because sometimes I don't need a roller that I may not use all the time or whatever, but I can do the layering of the oils. And then, I mean, they're just different things. Rollers are convenient, so you have that option too. I think people need to, like you said, not get caught up in, it has to be like in a roller. It doesn't have to be, and you can get even more power and try it out. See what happens. So then what level you're at. You're like, oh no, this is a day I have to layer.
Right, exactly. When you need that extra punch. Kathy, want to have a dry foot. If some people's feet are more moist, you definitely don't want to do sweaty feet. So you don't want to have like sweat or wet feet, but you don't want them to be dry either. So I like to have just a very light layer, a very light amount of carrier oil, so that I can get that whole foot nice and covered, and I'm not using 10 drops of oil to do it. In between the layers, Sherry, I've read different things like 1 minute, 3 minutes. I usually will do one foot, and then I do the other foot. By the time I do the other foot, I'm coming back to the previous foot. So it's really like 15 to 30 seconds, and that's enough time for me. It's just layering and taking one at a time, and usually just going to the next foot is enough time in between.
So, do those earrings match your hair, your scarf?
No, they aren't they pretty? They're like this has nothing to do with our show,
but I'm just checking it out here. I'm listening to you and watching.
My mother and I went shopping, and she got a pair too. I'm trying to remember what she got. Like, I think she got like gold ones, and there's a matching necklace. But no, they just have.
What color are they?
They're blue.
They are okay.
They match the color, but they're not like they didn't come together or anything.
It looks like it from my end.
They're pretty.
Yeah. So okay.
Thank you. Okay, back to you. I did later. Your turn.
Okay, this is one of my favorite ones. Well, these are some of our favorite.
Right.
So, but I'm kind of like, if I'm doing it, y'all, I love it. So, I mean, anything you see that I say, that I love it. Breast health. So this is to support your breasts. Some of you during your cycle, or some of you all the time, you may have lumpy or cystic or
why they gotta be lumpy?
That's what happens with some people. these hormones out here, these hormones not playing.
I gotta call them lumpy though.
You may have lumpy, bumpy ones. So it will be amazing to use a blend. So let me tell you the blend that I am using now. 2 drops pink pepper. And if you really want to spend time, and I have done this before, because sometimes I like to layer, but I'll be honest, most times I don't, because I do this every morning and every night. But when I really want to settle down, get in early, like tonight, I'm like, I want to go to bed early. I can go in and do this. 2 drops pink pepper, 2 drops frankincense, 2 drops Siberian fir. I do those rub my hands together. So, that's, a good amount of drops. And then you just rub your chest. And if you want to do lymph massage, you can do that. I sometimes do that, but that's too much going on. So I usually just really massage in there. And I also like move to the left, move to the right, move them up, move them down, move them around. I beep the horn. I do all that because that's quick. Because you don't want congestion. But I don't do like you can Google, there's all kinds of.
Jesse, come back home.
Huh?
Jesse, come back.
Well, I do that, and that, you guys, it is amazing for if anybody deals with if you've been told that you have dense breast tissue, you have fibrocystic, any of that, any swelling, I'm telling you, you will be amazed. Do it for 30 days and watch what happens. So do that. And okay, so in the daytime, I do the Siberian fir. In the nighttime, I substitute Northern Escape, y'all.
Oh,
that right there, that is like time to go Betty bye.
Yeah.
That's why I did Northern Escape in the evening. And all of those, because we want to work on, that's another lymphatic thing, detox, all of what we want to do on a regular basis. We don't have to wait and do this, I do it almost every single night. And like just that. So someone's cracking up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like you know what I mean? And what's funny about that is I don't know. It's just
it's funny. That's what's funny.
No, what's funny is you also are doing your check for yourself, because you should be checking. You should be checking. Well, because it's pretty fast. So I think
the horn. So I didn't know you.
Yeah, it's like to the left, to the right. Oh, you do it all with
check like that.
You do it all, and then you beep the horn. You beep the horn because that's where all that breast tissue.
Oh, this
Yeah,
I
beat the horn.
I don't have all that.
No, I learned that. I learned that from the lymphatic lady. She was like, beep the horn. I was like, okay, beep the horn. And she said what it does too, as far as when you press there.
So beep the horn, can you please, what is that? So you're saying like you're pressing against
Yep.
the
Yep.
breast? Like,
Yep.
Just asking because not everybody might know beep the horn. I
Yes,
didn't know beep.
well, and she was explaining it. She had her hands there and all that, and I can't get that graphic. But
Okay.
I think you guys basically give them a good, a regular massage. But it's clinical. It's not anything weird.
Right. Give them a good tussle.
Yeah, not anything weird. That would be.
Oh, good wrestling. But so you said you don't go up into your pit when you do that usually. Are you gonna go into that? That's another thing. Okay. So all right. So that I had my first mammogram, which I didn't tell you. Did I tell you I had a mammogram? Yeah, man, I got bullied into it, but my doctor, if she's watching, Dr. Jacob, you did bully me into it.
How'd that work? Yeah, that's right. That was the problem. You were like, they keep saying I have to, and I was like, well, a baseline.
I'm 44, and yeah, I know people are older than that haven't had one, but she was like, you are way overdue. So anyway, of course, it came back abnormal, and so we're like, you have to have an ultrasound now because we see, you have dense breasts. They must be lumpy. So she said, now I have to go have an ultrasound. But my in-laws are so sweet. As soon as I told my mother-in-law, she told my father-in-law, he's like, get your reports out and show her that you've had that and it's always been normal. You've had an ultrasound every year. He's like, you go tell her, because he just wanted me to rest assured.
Oh.
It was so sweet. He's like, go get your report and show it to her. And he's like, show her that you always have that and every single time it's fine. So anyway, since I've had that, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Okay, so what I'm gonna say to you and your mom-in-law, your beautiful mother-in-law, is you need to do the breast health thing. You guys need to be doing that. Because those scares are not fun. When I learned about that, that was part of the reason that, because people are like, oh, they get scared every few years or a couple times a year or whatever. And you don't have to do that. Use those oils on that area and see what you can change.
Well, what's so funny is just since I had it, which was like a week ago, I've been doing pink pepper and because they tell you where it was and I could feel, I'm like, and it's tender, which is a good sign because breast cancer doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
It's like a fibrous little, I can just feel it. And so I'm doing the pink pepper every day and I'm like massaging and I'm like, I can't feel it anymore. And that's a week. So
didn't I text you one time? Because sometimes I get on a tangent and I texted you and I said, Jess, I've done the 30 days of these 3 oils and make sure your phone isn't on speaker because I left you a voicemail. Do you remember me? And I told you about my results from doing that. Maybe you didn't hear it.
Oh,
but I was just like, they totally changed because I haven't had a mammogram. So I wasn't told that I'm lump and I don't feel lumps or whatever, but a lot of people have dense breasts.
Right.
And so, and I had pain I would have soreness during cycles. So I was kind of thinking more of that reason. And for detoxing, if just getting rid of bad estrogen, all that stuff runs together. So what they say, oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay because you don't have cancer. That's right. Fine. But you're running in those areas of bad estrogen.
Let's clean these out. Let's get these nice. Let's get things moving. Let's not have all of this tissue tears on. Okay, so anyway, I forgot that I hadn't told you about that. But in a week's time, I already don't feel that spot. So
that's awesome. Awesome.
So
Did you know that? Did you know that you had it?
No, and I do exams, but I always have. They always feel like that, And so, but then when they went in and said left upper 1.3 centimeter. I went to that spot and I'm like, oh yeah, now that they're saying that, I could feel like a little, it hurts there. So I'm sure there's a little extra fibrous tissue there, but now I don't feel it.
Sorry, I just saw that Maggie said that she had subtitles up and it said beat the horse. I think when I said beep the horn.
Oh.
And I saw horse and I was like, why are we talking about horses? That's why I laughed. Sorry about that. Okay, have a friend going through this scare. Can I blend a master blend for her? She's actually going through it. Then definitely, she needs to check with her doctor and all of that. But for me, I'm definitely always going to be using something, because just to keep that support up.
Yeah. Okay. So that's for the breasts. Forget it. We spent a long time on them. Okay. So then I was going to move to oil pulling, which is another thing that Felicia had me start doing. I don't know if everybody knows about oil pulling, is doing oil pulling, but it's something that I stop and start. And because I've had so many dental issues, it has become something that is near and dear to my heart. You know that feeling when you just went back your teeth cleaned, that they feel so clean? That's how your teeth feel when you oil pull on a regular basis. So you're going to have not refined, you're going to have unrefined coconut oil, and I like adding clove. So this is my recipe to a tablespoon of unrefined coconut oil. I add clove, copaiba, On Guard, and frankincense. Clove, copaiba, On Guard, and frankincense. And what am I forgetting? Myrrh. Clove, copaiba, myrrh, frankincense, and On Guard. 5 oils. So I put a drop of each in there, or 2, and switch that around. And I've worked up to 20 minutes. As hard as it is, I do something that's distracting, because if I'm just sitting there, I'm like, gotta spit it out. But if I have a 20-minute task or something that I'm totally distracted, I can do 20 minutes. So that is mine, and that's a quick one because we spent so long on the
oil pulling is amazing. And a quick hack to that is, if you can, people can do it in the shower, and that really takes some time for, if that works. Someone asked about the oils: Siberian Fir in the morning and Northern Escape at night. And Belia, you'll see tons of different recipes. So you guys, I always say pink pepper is like mandatory, one of the ones, a citrus, and then like a copaiba or frankincense. And so you can change these up. You don't have to do the same thing, because remember, these oils, they all have their own star power. So, and grapefruit is another one that people like, any citrus. So, okay. My last one was the armpit. So you can definitely do what I was saying to do. You can actually do that on your armpit. I like to, when I get done, right now I was using Citrus Bloom. So I kind of just pick a different oil that I want to use. And I was using Citrus Bloom. Is that the name of it, Jess? Is that an oil? She froze. So I was using Citrus Bloom. And so I would take I had a roller of it, and I would just roll it on my hand, and then I would roll it and go in a circle in my armpit, and then put my deodorant on. I did that every morning. So doing that to support your limbs also. So you can use the same thing that you use on your chest, or you can do something different. I can't wait to use Air X. Do you guys have Air X? I want to try that one. It is Citrus Bloom. Why is that sounding weird to me? We lost Jess. Am I still here? I think I am, because I think I'm still here. Jess she'll get back on. Okay. Okay, so Citrus Bloom. So pick a citrus and use it. Don't go lay out in the sun and have your armpits. I don't know if anyone tries to tan their armpits. I don't know anything about that. But Okay, I'm still on. I'm still on. Okay. So that's good for your armpit. The other thing that's cool about that, if you're struggling a little bit with, if you haven't changed to natural deodorant yet and you're trying to figure out how to get that done, that will help you. If you use, I use a natural deodorant and it's a little bit stiff. And so having that oil there before and then swiping it, it helps with that. So that's my routine every every night with my chest and my armpit, morning and night. And I just switch up the oils sometimes if I want something more invigorating during the day and then something more relaxing at night. So at nighttime I'll throw like neroli in there or lang lang, something to do with hormones. It's just another way to hit your body with some more support. If I don't make it back, tell my last one is okay. Oh, okay. So I guess I'll tell you her last one. I don't do this, so I wish she was here to say it. So she's saying it's self-massage. So give yourself a massage. She told me about it before, but I was like, okay, yeah, I'll hear it. I'll hear it when you say it. Full body, arms, legs, shoulders. And I think she is, really just talking about massaging yourself before bed and how relaxing that can be. I should probably do that. I use my oils, but I don't give myself a full body, like my arms and legs and shoulders. Pits broke out, itchy rash using natural deodorant. So sad. Yeah, that can be, it can be an adjustment, and it may be something in it that you can't, like if you can't have baking soda or whatever. So make sure, but keep trying. It's worth it. Keep trying. It's worth it, because when it comes to breast health, like be like a mama bear to yourself about that. So anytime you can remove some chemical, figure it out. And so keep trying different ones. Putting the oils on before are very helpful. Jesse's job for massage. Yeah. Yep. That is. And I'm guessing she does. I'm sure she does that with oils at nighttime. One thing that I'll add that we didn't talk about is I love. Does anybody on here? Did you guys put any of your tips in here? Does anybody on here use put essential oils on your forearms? Putting essential oils on my forearms is very powerful. Joanne uses Balance in her armpits, I think is what that's saying. Yeah. Balance is another. I mean, there's probably not an oil that you can't use there. But you'll see for breast health, you'll see grapefruit, frankincense, and pink pepper a lot, which I'm good with that. But we have so many options to get different types of oils and different blends, and then to be able to use it in another way is awesome. I have used lavender for deodorant. Yep. That is a fun one. Okay, I guess we are done, and Jess is not going to be able to make it back. So I guess I'll just have to shut myself off because she usually closes it out. You are presented. Yeah, you guys got any questions? What are the benefits? It just feels good. I didn't know about a benefit. I don't know if it's because you're veiny there. It just feels really good. So try something and see what you think of it, because I know I have no like scientific reason. Everybody's wondering about the forearms. Yep, nothing scientific. That is just what feels good. Now, Jess was talking about massaging, so she probably has some scientific stuff. I put 1 drop of lavender on my underwear daily. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. I put 1 drop of lemon eucalyptus in the toilet. Don't use hot oils in your pits. Yes, don't use hot oils. That's the thing, because I've done that. I've used On Guard and was like, whoa, that's a little hot. I've used Clove. That was a little hot. But I diluted. But yeah, Melaleuca is a good one for your armpits. What about DDR Prime for oil pulling? You can oil pull with anything. See what you think. I've used the toothpaste in a pinch for deodorant. Yeah, a lot of people say that. I haven't done that. I haven't. Nioleon undies for kidney UTI. Really? That makes sense. Yes, it is. Lemongrass are great food spray. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Citronella is too. So, and just one drop, like use the bathroom, drop one drop, and it's awesome. Okay, this is way too long. It's kind of cool. We get you guys on here because the people that are on here are gonna watch this. No one is going to click on an hour-long video because we've been on here for a while. We got on late, but okay, you guys. Thanks, everybody. See you next week. And I guess I'll just close myself off here. Oh. Okay. Now we've been going this long, so you got to tell them about the massage.
Oh my goodness! The world. Oh my. Nice job, Felicia, carrying the shoe. See, aren't you over there on that side? Okay, so I just went away for a minute. You know how they say when people have to go, they just went away.
You went to go do the breast health thing. Is that what you did?
Yeah, I was all up in it. I was honking the horn. So self-massage, before I get cut off again, it's not scientific. It's just something that I read. It's more emotional. So we respond to touch. Some people don't get touched enough. And, seriously, I'm on the real. If you're single and humans need touch. So maybe you don't get touched by. Right now we're in, COVID, and maybe the people that are like in a household and you're by yourself and you just aren't touched like human touch. You can touch yourself. Not weird. I'm not talking about anything weird. I'm talking about massaging yourself. So that skin to skin contact of your own skin to your skin and the nerve endings, those nociceptors and that can actually help relieve pain. If you're having discomfort, you can actually just massage, if you have a sore muscle, how you naturally will go to rub it. Yeah. So massage starting at your hands, just give yourself a nice, pick an oil of your choice and get plenty. That's again, why you want to have lots of oils. You're going to use plenty of oil. You're going to use the carrier and then whatever, geranium or citrus bloom, like you were saying, and you're just massage all the way up your arm. And take your time, just massage your skin, not just lotioning and slapping the lotion on or slapping the carrier on, but massaging it in and caring for yourself. Showing your body's like, oh, you care about me, you're noticing me. Your body will pay attention to that and your cells will respond to that and they'll actually be like, oh, you love me. Because so often we're so disconnected from our body and we're not showing enough. People talk about self-love. This is literally loving on yourself with touch. And so you want to arms or shoulders all the way up your legs, from the bottom of your legs, go up. So we always want to go towards the heart. Just massage all over your body. Do it before bed. You'll feel so nice and relaxed, but you really are showing love for yourself, especially if you're not someone that's receiving a lot of human touch. So that's my other favorite one that I don't do enough. I need to do it more often.
That is I'm not single, and then I'm a person that could not touch forever. I think that, but my family is not. So I got Jacoby's toucher, and so is my husband. Yeah. But doing that for yourself too would be awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. It's something, just don't forget it. And then the other thing is with the hands. So I already showed the foot, but when you massage, you're now, not only are you showing that you care, but you're activating all of these points in your hands. So you're doing two things at once. So now you're activating all of those points in your hand. If you take your whole hand and you massage, you're activating the points on your hand while you're caring for the rest of your body. So it's just like
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that tonight.
Do
Okay,
that.
so before we go, I said that one thing that I like to do that I didn't think about, we didn't talk about, but I said it when we were waiting on you, is I like to put oils on my forearm. And there, and they were saying why, and I was like, well, it feels good. I literally, that was one of the first things, like my first aha moment, like after using oils for a couple weeks. I rubbed, I think, Balance here and was like, oh my gosh. I mean, it just took everything down. So is there any, I mean, is there any reason why that's better or why that is not better?
Well, you have a really powerful artery there that, so that's probably if you're getting, and then you have a really big vein. So the blood, the circulation supply, it's a really good source to put oils there. And
the vein.
Yeah, it's going to get into your circulation a lot more quickly if it's anywhere near the wrist where you have a really big vein and a really big artery.
Yeah, something about it. Yeah, that if I'm like really, I can inhale oils. Like I think that they work really well, and I can kind of go there. But if for some reason I'm not like that's not working, then definitely I can go to my forearms, and it's a really good spot.
Yeah,
so
you've got a ton of blood vessels in your arm. That was in school when I dissected the cadaver. I dissected the forearm. Why did I pick the forearm? It is so much going on in the forearm. You think, oh, it's the forearm. Oh no. The amount of nerves, tendons, ligaments, veins, and muscles in a forearm. I was like, that was not a good thing to pick if you didn't want to be there for a couple days. So I learned that there's just so much, it's so incredibly complex, your forearm. But yeah,
wow,
great place to.
Well, I think I'm
so glad I made it back. I was trying I was like, I gotta get back.
I was just, did you hear me? Well, I guess I let myself off.
I was like, oh, hey, trying to talk to you on my phone. Wait, Felicia, I'm almost there.
I'm here. Well, this was fun tonight. We'll have to, there's so many things that we do that we just do it. We don't think about it. And you guys know this because you use oils and you think everybody does it, or you just don't think it's anything. And then you say it and people are like, what? So we were trying to think of those kind of things. So you guys can let us know things too.
Please do.
And we'll keep track.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Thank you for putting up with the plethora of technical difficulties. Thank you, Felicia, for taking over. See, it's a good thing you were in the captaincy.
Good thing I'm over here, huh? I feel weird. I'm like, oh, it's like when you get in on the wrong side, get on the other side of the bed. You're like, no, this is not my side.
Weird. This is so weird. All right, guys, we will see you next week. Good night.